Hey guys, it's Adam from the Dimensional Gaming Squad here, bringing you with another recording session of Beast Quest Beast Review, The Broken Star, and after this I'll be doing the next three Battle of the Beasts, so that'll be episode 10, 11 and 12. Hopefully when I'm titling these I won't accidentally say battle number 11 for the 12th battle, because that's what I did for the 9th battle, so yay. So let's get started with the Broken Star review. Shout out to Luke Screen for the in-depth story analysis on these books. Great job. And the villains in this series are Kenza, which was in the last series, and series 11, series 14 as well, and kind of in series 12. And the other villain is Emperor Zheng, which was kind of like I'd say a side villain in Series 16, and joint with Kenza as the main villain in this series. So let's get started with the review of Griff the Feathered Fiend. Design is an 8 out of 10. I know it's a giant bird, but I think it has to do with the fact that, apart from Falrar, we actually haven't got an a cold weather environment like bird. I like the tips of its wings being, well, as it says, made out of ice, but as sharp as a knife. So that's actually pretty cool. Abilities is agile. These can be used as knives, and it can shoot a beam of ice from its mouth, freezing anything to sub-zero temperatures. The fight is a 7 out of 10. What can I say about the fight? It did involve Alina, but Alina just got onto Griff, then got chucked around up into the sky, then plummeted straight towards the ground. And Griff just got defeated by a lasso going around his neck, basically constricting, well, blocking off the airflow, making it hard for Griff to breathe, causing him to submit to Tom. So the total for Griff is 23 out of 30. It's a great beast. The fight wasn't the most creative, because we've seen fights like it before, but it was still good, with the fact that Alina nearly died there, so okay. I'm trying to figure out where to put it now, because normally where I put these books after I finish with one book of it, that's where the next video set books are. So if we move this, move that over there, move that, and voila, there we go, got a place to put my books. Next in this series is, I'm going to say, Thoron the Living Storm. Design is a 7 out of 10. Yes, it is a very different design compared to others, but I'm actually not a fan of it. Because, yeah, it's just a cloud, so what would you expect a cloud beast to look like? But I just don't like it. I think it just looks a bit too... I don't know. It's not overdone, but it's not underdone either. It's just not on the great side of designs. And when it's in the book, in the pages, when it's drawn, if I could find an example... It just doesn't look really good. So, that's why it's a 7 out of 10. The abilities are an 8 out of 10. It is agile, kind of. It can't get hit by a simple sword or arrow, and it could change shape into anything it really desires, and it can shoot lightning out of all parts of its body. The fight is an 8 out of 10. Basically, Alina technically defeats this beast. Kind of. I'm not sure. I can't really remember. It's been a while since I read this book. Tom was inside Thoron trying to get the Broken Star, well, the shard fragment, but he couldn't do that. So he got the shards from his pouch that was Griff's, and froze Thoron in place with that shard when Thoron was in the shape of Tom, and Thoron was about to kill Alina. So yeah, saved her life. Yay. So that's 2 shard fragments they have now. And yeah, we find out what Griff's fragment does in, well, Griff and Thoron. It just shoots out a very chilling blast that can make anything to the sub-zero temperature. Total for Thoron is 23 out of 30. The design isn't great, but the abilities and fight brings it back up very well. And probably one of the best sets of abilities and fights I've seen in this series. The abilities are the most unique out of all the other beasts, so I will have to give it that. Now with this one, I was having a conversation with Lucas about how we should name this beast. And I say Oko, but he said Okoko, and I jokingly said OKKO. We don't know how to actually say it, but I'm going to say it is Oko, the sand monster. Design is a 7 out of 10. Same reason for Thoron. It is unique, but it's not exactly brilliant. Plus, in a fair few of its drawings, when it's at full height, it's just shown to actually just be a giant man made of sand, so Sandman. No, not Sandman. The abilities are 7. Its roars can shoot out sands, which is apparently very sharp. It can pierce through skin. It can create sandstorms, and it can merge into the sand to hide from its predators. The fight is 7 out of 10. What can I say about this fight? Oko kind of got led towards an oasis. And yeah, he did have Tom trapped. So, yay. We find out that Thoron actually caused Tom some... No, not really Tom, but some long-term damage to Tom's shield, where all the tokens that's on there kind of don't work. So he sprained his ankle, well, broken his ankle when he fell from a great height. But after when he got grabbed hold by Oko again, he used the shard they got from Thoron. Now this just, I know this is fantasy, but I don't like this bit. It just causes all the water in the oasis to rise up and cover Oko completely. And I know it's probably good, but I know it's probably a creative way to defeat Oko, but I don't like it whatsoever. The total for Oko is 21 out of 30. It's a bit of a disappointing. Yeah, a bit of a disappointing. Can't say the word because I can't read the words. Bit of a disappointment. The fight was easily predicted, and the abilities are what to be expected of this. So yeah, so Oko didn't exactly get the best score here. Thoron didn't get the best start, but Griff, I think, was actually an okay beast. Now we move on to the final beast of this series, Sorex the Silent Creeper. Design is a 9 out of 10, and yes, this is a giant chameleon, but I love my lizards. It looks intimidating, and I like the multitude of colours it has. The abilities are 7. It is agile, can camouflage into the background, and can use its tongue and tail as a whip. The fight is a 7 out of 10. For most of the fight, Sorex was unable to camouflage into the mangrove swamp where he inhabits because he got hit by the 3rd star fragment, which caused a giant sand-like fist to come and punch Sorex in the face, which I think is still a bit cartoony, kind of like the water rising up to defeat Oko. Yeah. Oh, what else is about this fight? Yeah, there wasn't exactly much of a fight with Tom versus Jeng and Kenza because, well, after one chapter after he's got the fragment from Sorex, Jeng got all the star fragments, brought them together. Kenza was about to use them, but then gets knocked off her feet from Sorex's tongue. Alina finds Sorex's star fragment and controls vines to tie them up, and that's it. That's the end of the book. The total for Sorex is 23 out of 30. It's a good finale, different to others, in not really in a good way, but an okay way. Because this one, it kind of has, instead of like one major fight at the end, it just has one beast fight and a one chapter long finale fight, which isn't that exciting in my opinion. But the fight, as I said, wasn't the best. But it's a unique twist. It's a unique turn with the finales here. I'm just going to say, with future finales of the series books, I do not want to see it again, though. And now we go on to the totals. The total for designs is 31 out of 40. Thoron and Okko have meh designs, pulling the total for designs down. But Sorex and Griff try their best to regain that score for the best designs. And if I'm correct, it just loses Series 15 and 16. So yeah, not great, but yeah, it's still okay. Abilities is a 30 out of 40. It's much better compared to previous total for abilities, Series 16 and Series 15. Because 27 and 29. So 30 obviously is a higher number. But it's still not amazing. I like to see abilities that wow me. Like, I can't remember. Like, well, probably beasts with such a multitude of abilities. Like Vespic, or ones with insanely good abilities like Epos or Farah. These ones, yeah, Thorons are unique, but not great. The fights is 29 out of 40. Honestly, a bit of a disappointment, and even though I think Sorex's or Griff's was supposed to be a better fight, Thoron's, I have to say, was the best fight. All the other fights were kind of bad. Well, not really bad, but just okay. Thoron's just a bit better. The grand total is 90 out of 120. Honestly, with the statements for each beast, I'm surprised. With the statements for each beast and for the total of each attribute, I'm surprised it tied with Series 15. Because from the way it sounded like I didn't exactly like this series. Which I don't. But I think with all the totals put together, it is kind of mediocre at best. I wouldn't want to see a series similar to it again, though. That's all I need to say. Let's get to the rankings now, because that is a tradition at the end of each Beast Review. So, the worst book of this series, in my opinion, was easily Okko the Sand Monster. Like I said when I was reviewing it, design is boring, the abilities are what you would expect, and the fight was a bit cartoony, in my opinion, and I didn't like it. Nah. Next is Thoron the Living Storm. Yes, the abilities are unique, the fight was actually okay, but I think it has to do with the fact that the design is not creative and probably, I wouldn't say it's the worst, but one of the worst designs I've seen. It was going for a unique twist with the designs, but I don't think this one came out well. Next is Griff the Feathered Fiends. It's a great starter book, not really one of my favourites, but around maybe 17 seasons I reviewed. It's better than Ursus and what was the start of Series 11? Yeah, it's better than Ursus and Elko. Nowhere near as good as Crab or Komodo. But I'll say it's around the middle. Hey, I'll go with that. And finally, the best book of this series, non-surprisingly, is the finale. Sorex the Silent Creeper. This might have to do with my love for lizards, but or reptiles, let's say, because I like snakes as well. But I think why I like this one a lot is that his abilities are similar to Amixis with the camouflage, or the tongue and tail are like whips compared to, let's say, Komodo's tongue or Muro's tail. Or it's just agile like so many other beasts. I think I like this because it combines rather good abilities together. But since I've seen these abilities before multiple times, apart from the camouflage one, I think it just hindered it a bit. But I still like this book. It's the best of this series, but not overly amazing. If I ever get around to do another ranking of all the Beast Quest books, I think you'll find Griff and Sorex very close together. But anyway, with that being said, that's the end of this review. So, so that's the end of this review. Join me in the next video, which I'll be recording in a few minutes, which will be the Battle of the Beast, Episode 10, Nanook the Snow Monster versus Vipero the Snake Man. This is going to be an interesting fight, because I have no idea where to put these beasts together. So yeah, that's all for this time. If you liked what you saw, leave a like, leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe, press the little notification bell down in the corner below. If only I could speak right, maybe you can understand what I'm saying, but since I can't even understand what I'm saying, I should probably shut up right now. So I'll see you next time.